How did things reach this point at the institution?
Good morning, Mr. Masinda. Thanks very much for this. Well, it's been coming a long way. It's something that's unbeknown to us, started around 2020, but some of it goes even further back. But in 2022, this is where it got very serious. One of our staff members was killed. Mr. Roots was killed, assassination style. And then a year later, actually less than a year later, on January 6, 2023, Mr. Bonelli Vessel was also killed, assassinated outside my house in Alice. And that got us started with working with law enforcement authorities, doing investigations, what's going on here. And what that did, the first breakthrough was that several people were arrested for murder. But as the police were investigating, it turned out that, in fact, there was a relationship between the murders and fraud and corruption. So where we are now is the one element, the fraud and corruption one. But the money from the fraud and corruption was feeding the murders. The murders were feeding the corruption. So these two trials are actually related.
Let me come in there, Prof. One of the people who are expected in court is the alleged mastermind, Mr. Isaac Plaikis. He is a man who was involved here in the institution, as well as there were also issues around his own qualification when he got the job here for vetting services. In terms of the university, how was he allowed to operate for so long?
First of all, this man came in, he was in HR, he was employed in HR. And in HR, he then started kind of presenting himself as a person who was good in investigation. So he was then moved from HR. Remember, his file is already there. We moved then as a temporary measure to be involved in assisting with investigations.